Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Hopefully, you had a good weekend, good Mother's Day as well. We are here to talk playoffs, MLB. We've got PGA Championship this weekend as well, so we'll talk about that on Wednesday, I think. And then we'll talk playoffs today, playoffs tomorrow. We'll recap the weekend. I have some updated futures bets that I want to take. So if you guys have followed along, I only have 3 active futures for NBA, one of which was taken before the playoffs even started, and that was the Warriors to win the championship. That obviously has been affected by the Steph Curry injury, not something that we can plan for, which is unfortunate. And then I added on Thursday or Friday, whatever it was, Cavs to beat the Pacers plus 165. That's dead. So I'll say Warriors are dead. Cavs to beat the Pacers, dead. We also have the Celtics to beat the Knicks in the series at minus 115. That one is well and alive. I still feel like the Celtics will come back and win this series. So that one is fine. But I have decided on who I think is going to win the NBA championship. I have some more futures that I'm going to show you guys that I'm going to take. And then we need to pick a Stanley Cup winner as well and parlay that with our NBA winner for some fun. So that's what we're going to talk about. I don't know if Guru's in here, but he had brought something up like a month ago about how maybe I was a year early on this team. And I think you might be right, Guru. I don't know. I was a year early on the Florida Gators, and I got burned by not going back to it. And I was sitting there last night, and I was just thinking through things. Don't do it. Listen, I was thinking through things, and here's what I think. We're gonna do this in a unique way here. I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna play this. But I do think, okay, here's my thought process on this. The Thunder, they just don't. I know, Frosty, I know you're a Thunder fan. They just don't. I don't know. There's something about them to where I don't know if they could win a 7-game series against this team that I'm going to bring up, which is the Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I was wrong about the Pacers, so this wouldn't be the first time I've been wrong. They seem to be struggle scoring. I agree, Guru, but at the same time, what team looks good though? Like the Thunder have not. Like the Thunder are going to win their series fine against Denver, but they haven't looked great doing it. The Celtics are probably going to beat the Knicks. They haven't looked great doing it. And the Timberwolves are probably going to beat the Warriors. They haven't looked great doing it. So, I mean, that's the 3, like, if you just look at the Vegas odds, that's the 3 teams that are favored. And none of them have looked good. So I do agree that they have not looked good scoring, but none of these teams have looked good. So I think we can kind of take that with what it is. And we're getting such a big differential between the Thunder and the Celtics and the Timberwolves, and honestly, the Pacers. So here's how I'm going to play this. I'm going to show you guys. Instead of taking this 9-1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play into there being just chaos and these teams not playing up to their potential, which worries me a little bit, but I'm going to show you. We're going to go down here. I'm going to take NBA Finals exact result, and I'm going to take Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm going to put 3 of these in for the same quarter unit. So we're not even wagering 1 unit on this, but we have obviously a big payout potential. So I'm going to take Timberwolves to beat the Celtics. I'm going to take Timberwolves. This has already come down since I've taken it, by the way. This was 35-1 when I took this earlier before the stream. Timberwolves to beat the Celtics, Timberwolves to beat the Pacers, Pacers to beat the Timberwolves. I'm putting all three of those in for a quarter unit each. So we're wagering 3/4 of a unit, and we have big payout potential on any of these three potential outcomes. And it's going to be a big sweat. I want to have a team to sweat out through the rest of the playoffs. I was dead wrong about the Cavs. Thank God we don't have like title futures on the Cavs. I'd really be losing my mind. So thankfully we don't have that. But so I'm going to take Timberwolves over Boston in the finals at 22-1. Timberwolves over the Pacers in the finals at 27-1. But I took this earlier and it was like 35-1. So this has already come down. And then Pacers to beat the Wolves at 31-1. Those are my three futures. And then we're going to also take, for fun, to make this an even 1 unit future wager, we're going to take the Wolves to win it all, and then we're going to parlay that with the Stanley Cup winner. So I need some thoughts. If you guys have watched any of the streams that when Steve has been on Wednesdays when we talk hockey, this was months ago, back during even football season. You know, we kind of were talking about the Dallas Stars. And so I've kind of had an affinity for them. And then they struggled in that first round series. They still advanced. And then now here they are. They're back as the favorite to win it all. The problem is, you know, obviously, I don't know about like the Edmonton factor or who they'll play. Carolina's up 2-1 on Washington. Toronto and Florida are tied 2-2. Edmonton's up 2-1 on Vegas, and then Dallas is up 2-1 on the Jets. So I don't know. I might wait and do this Wednesday, and we can ask Steve. But I feel like it's between Dallas and Edmonton for me. I don't know. Still something with Carolina. Just I don't know. I have a weird feeling about them. I could be wrong. They could win it all definitely. They're the second favorite, but I think it's between Edmonton and Dallas for me. I know for a fact Steve is going to say Dallas because he doesn't like Edmonton. And I can understand his pushback against Edmonton too, because I don't really know how they're defying the odds and doing kind of what they're doing. They're obviously it's kind of the same situation as last year. They're just relying on, you know, McDavid and Draisaitl and those guys. But so if we did Dallas and Mini, that's 42-1. If we did Edmonton, it's 47-1. But I kind of like this Dallas Stars team. There are rumors the NBA wants Ant-Man to be the poster boy of the NBA. I mean, I don't doubt that at all. I don't know if they would. I don't believe in it being rigged. We've talked about this before. I mean, I definitely think referees influence games, but I don't think there's predetermined, you know, outcomes of games or anything like that. But I'm sure the NBA does want him to be the face of the NBA. I believe that. So basically, Warriors are cooked. Our Cavs to beat the Pacers bet is cooked. So we're going to be down like 1.5 units right there. The Celtics, if assuming they come back and beat the Knicks, that'll give us a unit profit. So we'll be back to down like half a unit on these futures. And then we're going to wager 1 unit on these 4 futures bets that I just gave out. And hopefully we, you know, make something crazy happen. If we hit one of these exact NBA, that would just be awesome. So I've settled on the Timberwolves. It doesn't feel good, Guru, to your point. It doesn't feel good, but you know what? The Thunder haven't looked good. The Celtics haven't looked good. And if we can, and then this way, like we cover our bases a little bit by taking that Pacers over the Wolves too. Like just in case something crazy happens. I'll be honest with you, the Pacers have looked really good. I've been impressed with them. And it goes both ways because the Cavs have underwhelmed too. Like they were hurt in game 1, and then they were hurt in game 2, and then they somehow choked with like 30 seconds left. But I think even though the Cavs have been hurt and they choked, I still think the Pacers should be up 3-1 in the series. I think the Pacers have been the better team. The Pacers played better in game 1. The Pacers played significantly better last night, and the Pacers played well enough that, you know, they should win a game when the Cavs are missing guys, which it took a late comeback, but they did do that. So, yeah, I don't know. The Pacers have looked good to me. But I'm gonna ride with the Timberwolves again this year. We'll see. It's gonna pain me if the Wolves did like go on and win. It would hurt me so bad because we were so heavy on them last year. Like it would just I would feel terrible that I didn't go back to that. So that's why we're doing this. And I'll take my chances. Honestly, the deciding factor for me is Julius Randle. We've talked about this on stream the last 2 weeks, but Julius Randle has played so well in this playoffs, like a different Julius Randle than we've ever seen. And I think that is a tipping factor for me. Like last year I was on the Wolves, I was a little bit worried about Towns holding up in the playoffs. But Julius Randle's played great, and I like the subbing out of him for Towns and how well he's played. So those are the futures bets. 3 exact matchups, and then a little sprinkle on the Stanley Cup NBA Finals parlay. As for tonight's games, we have 2 tonight. Timberwolves, Warriors, Celtics, Knicks. I think the Celtics are going to win this game, which we've talked about. So I think moneyline parlay piece, Celtics are good if you want to put them with something. Prop wise, I want to look at rebound chances again and see where the Celtics are sitting here after a couple other games. Because remember Derek White, last week when we looked, Derek White was super high for this series. I want to see if that has remained the same. So rebound chances per game. Jason Tatum's leading the Celtics at 15.7. Al Horford is second, which is not shocking considering he's played quite a few minutes with Porzingis, dealing with the illness or whatever. And third on the team is Derek White at 13 rebound chances per game. And I don't know. I feel like there's value there when we're still seeing his rebound line stick right around this 5.5 number. If we just look at his games for this series, he had 11, 9, and 5. So he just hit it on the number, got hooked on Saturday, but 11 and 9, I feel like the rebound chances per game hold that up. I want to see how many he had just on Saturday, though. Let me see. Yeah, he still had 9, but that's definitely lower than the 13 average for the series. What about assists? Let's look at potential assists. If you guys weren't following along, we had Derek White over 9.5 rebounds plus assists on Saturday. He had 7 at halftime and finished with 7. And that could, have dealt with it was just a weird game. But let me check his potential assists. So we'll go this round. He's averaging only 4.7 per game, which is not very good. If we look at the full playoffs, he's at 6, and then he's at 4.7 per game. It's gone down a little bit this series. If we look at just Saturday, he had he only had 2 potential assists on Saturday, so that would hold up as to why he wasn't really getting any assists. So I don't think it would be smart, honestly, to take the rebounds plus assist line, which is at 9.5 again. I think if we're going to bet him, it would be better to either do just his rebounds or points plus rebounds. His points plus rebounds is at 21.5. It's pretty high. I think just this getting plus money on the 5.5 is probably our best bet. Do you think Draymond is done after this season? I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting conversation. The Warriors really should have won that game, honestly. They just fell apart in the last, 3 to 4 minutes. But I mean, they were playing above their heads the whole night, so it's not shocking that happened. Derek White over 5.5 rebounds interests me, or maybe Derek White 4 rebounds and this wouldn't even pay well. Go, let me see. No, I'm not doing that. I don't know. Probably just his rebounds and then finding something to pair Celtics money line with is interesting. In the later game, again, we were just getting screwed the whole weekend. Derek White on Saturday, Julius Randle plus 330, 25 plus points. He finishes with 24 to hurt us there. And then yesterday, we hit Seb Straka to win the golf tournament. Cavs can't clutch up the second leg, just annoying. But I like Julius Randle again. I think he matches up really well with this team. We've been picking on their front court a little bit. When he gets matched up with Draymond, he can struggle, but he's not on Draymond the entire time. And overall, I just love how he's played. So we already got value on this because on Saturday we took his points prop and it was 18.5. Now he's 2 points higher. It's 20.5. It's a really good spot for him. So I like him again. I probably won't bet this because it's moved up 2 points, but we could take maybe, Julius Randle 20 plus points in the Celtics money line. Something like that would be of interest to me. I do think it's a good spot for him as well. He had a triple-double on Saturday. Let me check his potential assists. He had 16 potential assists on Saturday. If I reset this and look at just the series, he's averaging 13.7 assists per game, which is far and away leading the team. I'm sure his line's like 8.5, though. 6.5, interesting. I'm a little bit interested in this, honestly. Let's check his rebounds. Maybe we could look at his rebounds plus assists. Let's see. We'll look at just this round. He is second on the team behind Rudy Gobert. 15 rebound chances per game. Let me see his. Uh, 13.5 is too high. I can't take that, but I am interested in the assist line here for Julius Randle. 6.5. Honestly, I think we could I feel like there's ladder potential for these assists. Like we take over 6.5, or we could even just do. It's minus 174. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, we could do over 6.5 for like a unit because it's already plus money, and then just go down from there and grab the 8 plus and the 10 plus. And then we could look at Julius Randle double as well. I think I like that more than his points prop tonight, considering they moved it up by 2 points, and it's a little bit juicier now for 25 too. I mean, we got 25 plus at plus 330 on Saturday, and now it's at plus 215. So I just don't really have any incentive to take that. But yeah, I might buy in on the Randle assist tonight, double, maybe ladder as assists. We'll grab 8 plus and 10 plus. That looks good to me. And then maybe I'll still try and find something to pair with the Celtics. Maybe something in the baseball streets or the hockey streets. Let's see what hockey game is tonight. Carolina at home against Washington. Edmonton at home against Vegas. I'm surprised no one said anything about the Rockies in chat yet. Just what a disaster of a team. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see later on. But overall, definitely, I think Julius Randle's assist is a really, really good look tonight. So that's something I'm going to be interested in and betting on. If you guys missed the start of the stream, you can go back and check the futures bets that I gave out. But I'll tweet them out later, honestly. And we'll kind of go from there. But overall tonight, I think Celtics win this game. I think the Timberwolves win the game. They're both, minus 200, so not going out on a limb there. But I think that's just is what it is at this point. Definitely think Carolina wins at home over Washington tonight. Edmonton, Vegas, I just don't know. This can go either way. This series has been crazy. Edmonton could run out of gas at some point, but at the same time, they're just never out of a game. But I'm definitely excited to watch that one. And like I said, PGA Championship is this Thursday. We will talk about this on stream Wednesday. Already going to be interested in some Rory stuff. He has had a lot of success in his career at Quail Hollow. Kind of got the monkey off his back and won at Augusta. So, I'm already interested there. I think Bryson is in good form. He had a bad last round at the Masters, but he's played fantastic on LIV ever since then. So he's in pretty good form. And I'll check in some other ones. If you guys have missed it, though, I don't know if I can find this on here. Yeah, here we go. This is like a month or two ago. I gave out Sepp Straka at the U.S. Open. He's 65 to 1. I think he was like 190 or 100 to 1 when we gave him out. He's the only player other than Rory that's won twice this season, and I think he sets up pretty well for Oakmont. So it's a long shot, not saying that's going to be my main bet, but if you guys want to grab that, I do think that will go down a little bit. Take a look at first period under in the Canes-Washington game. I've been playing every game. They've yet to score. Okay, that's a good look. So first period under 2.5 with Celtics money line is what I'm liking. Sounds good, Nathan. I will check that out. Don't hate that at all. All right. Overall, thank you guys for tuning in today. We'll be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. We'll recap today, talk about tomorrow's games. We'll hold a funeral for the Cavs. I don't know. They are at home tomorrow, but I have zero confidence in that team anymore. So I don't know. We'll see. But good luck with your bets tonight. DFS, fantasy, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys tomorrow.